Petit Skell be kill on the retake against George Cush and Dums.
Gonna be Petite Scale to fall first. Op shot missed from VK, and that could be done and dust right now. The flashbang to ward him off. Player takes the cheeky peek, and that will be horribly punished. And I don't think VK's gonna be going for that as time is ticked on down. George wants to just take away the AWP, but it's gonna be another nice little shot right there. Not gonna get the round, but will at least pad his stats a little bit. First 2 kills for VK as Flow take themselves 4-0 to start things off here. Last match of the day on Inferno.
Yeah, if I was to predict this game, I honestly would never be able to. I think this game is going to be pretty close. I've seen SmokeCriminals play quite a few times. I've never seen them play Inferno, so I'm not quite the expert on this map and how SmokeCriminals will play this out. But right now, they're down to just upgraded pistols, some armor, and they have a kit yet. And the op in the opper's hand has fear off to pick that up. Ooh, that nade.
I'm kind of on the other side of the coin. I've never seen SmokeCriminals play. I have seen Fearoth play, who we talked about, I think, during like the warm-up, the very first match, as he has some great op shots. He's carried that op over into this round to try and do some heavy lifting with it. But Flow on full AKs up against the upgraded pistols, not holding out too much hope for them, but the money will be back in their hands in the following round. For now, Bew gonna find himself put down quite quickly there from Dums. HE softens up DKO as well, but the CZ works out. It's gonna, oh, the NA smoke bounces off. The Illy's gonna back up off of that. They rotate Petite Scale with the CZ in his hand, tries to close the gap. He's only got 20 HP to do this with. He ninjas into the smoke. The bait might be perfect, but no, not gonna happen. Dums checks it.
Yeah, we have Fearoth in pit position right now. He's in a perfect position to make this work, but he needs to hit his shots, and he's struggling right now. Too many targets in sight. And there it is. He's finally isolated him out. He's found himself the second. He's going for that third, but Hugo finally shuts it down, and it is now just Laney, the last player alive. 1 versus 2. He has a long way to make it back to site, and he has no kit on hand, so I think this is going to favor Flow as they look to pick up their 5th round here.
It's the AK to work with. Softened up Rusty and Hugo. They've got the perfect crossfire set up. Oh, sadly, one of the players looking in the wrong direction, at least for the time being. Rusty could be put down right here, but no, Hugo checks it just at the right time. 5-0 here for the Swedish side.
Pretty good start. And this is just how it's supposed to go, I think. Like, the 5-0 have been so standard on Inferno. It changed a little bit with the economy update, but as soon as the T side get rolling on this map, it becomes very, very hard to stop, it seems. Let's see if SmokeCriminals can finally stop the streak here for Flow, because they're definitely in the zone right now, and you got to take them out of that if you want to have a chance to win. Double op setup coming out here for SmokeCriminals in the hands of Laney and in Fearoth.
Zadish going to be tagged on down with a little bit of damage done at the 1:35 mark. They've already got themselves some decent map control. And it's just Laney, like you said, alone towards the B bomb site. I'd imagine Bew's going to be on his way back there shortly. As the rest of the CT is stacked up over towards short on A. Leaves them in a very wary position. And this is also, like, they're down 5 rounds, and this is something I hate to see a lot of the time. You go for the double op setup, and Laney on the glass cannon even more, so that's how down your economy is. If you lose the double op, you're, once again, it's like another hard eco in the next round. You'll have low utility in the one after that. For now, they're just going to give up the site and play for retake. If the bombs had even been picked up at the minute mark, well, the T's looked like they had free entry. They might be second-guessing themselves now.
Yeah, I mean, SmokeCriminals is, during this whole time, they've peeked out in the middle. They have bracket control. They peeked out mid. They spot nothing, so they know this is a B hit. So you can see the rotations are already on their way to the B bomb site, where Laney's just kind of waiting patiently.
Flow really slow playing this, just keeping one lurker over towards A, kind of stock standard, but here it comes. Rotation's over. Laney finds the frag there on towards Dums, but Fearoth's going to chime in as well for a quick frag there from Hugo on that lurker. They're falling now. Molotov down. That's going to be George Cush down. Rusty and Zonka, last 2 alive, but they're going to get the bomb plant at the very least. Zonka, Benji. More aliases.
Oh yeah, this is getting very confusing.
Well,
hey, Benji finds one.
Does find that first one. Rusty chimes in, brings it back down to a 2 versus 2. There's a little bit of damage done to him, though. Doesn't matter, because in the flames, Vikil will go down posthumously to Benji. It's going to be Rusty to stay alive, carry that op forward.
Wow. These rounds are just absolute brawl right now on the site takes. 6-0 lead for Flow, though the economy, once again, is not quite in a good position. It's going to be just a half buy here coming out for SmokeCriminals. Scouts, upgraded pistols, some armor, some smokes to slow down the pace of Flow here, but besides that, it should be another round favoring Flow, so it could be the 7-0 lead here for Flow. Something we haven't really seen since the meta change. It's something that we definitely haven't seen in Winners League yet.
Haven't had too many dominant one-sided matches. Very back and forth, as we saw in the previous match. Here we go. Butte taking an aggressive peek, but a little too late. It's Fearoth. Well, actually, Butte got rewarded for that, and Fearoth found the pistol kill. That's going to be done and dusted, though. With the man advantage, they might be able to pick up some of those weapons a little bit later in the round. For now, they've got Petite Scale up in halls. You looking for a second one, spotted out on balcony, going to drop on down. As who was that closing the gap? It was Rusty, but he's giving it up for the time being. Just going to smoke that off, slow this round down a little. Oh, wait, no! He's spotted out. They're pushing forward a little.
Yeah, and he gets a tag off, too, so that's going to soften up Rusty a little bit. Laney expect this attack from George. No, he does not. Rusty finds himself another towards the hall, so now they've brought this back into their favor.
One player left on each side for the CT side. Looking like Flo bringing it back down to some rational CS. No big surprises left here unless Butte goes completely ham with that scout. We've seen some of that happen today. Earlier on, I think map number 1. But here we go. So he's just going to push forward. The scout shot just over the top of his head. He's going to put Butte down, leaving just Butte kill alive. Deagle in the dream, armor behind, and a kit, and a nice little one shot on the Zaydish. It's going to leave just Rusty, who's low HP. And he's taking that bomb all the way over towards B. So B kill. Does he have a read on this? He seems like he does. He's like, wait a minute. I have an AK. He might just be trying to save this. He's like, wait, the bomb's planted. Is it over towards B? Because, yeah, now he spots the smoke. And one-on-one. Oh, he looks away at the wrong time. Benji's going to find the frag. And once more, 2 players stay alive as Flo continue their undefeated streak.
7-0. I'm trying really hard to think. I don't think we've seen a hefty lead like this before.
We saw 7-1 earlier, but that was a little hiccup between the bye rounds. It has not been this dominant, but there is still the opportunity for the 7-1 to come back. That classic Brazilian scoreline that seems to rear its ugly head every single time. Oh, no, sorry, it was a 7-2 earlier. The Barbar. And the center bar. Oh, my God. Sorry, the aliases, they get me. Benji with the first frag. It's going to be Zaydish and Hugo chimed on down, on about 40-ish HP a pop. And now one last player up in halls. Fearoth, what is going on?
Rusty can't see because he's in the smoke, and now Fearoth is in a position in halls. He's going to try to look for one more, but he's not quite able to find it. Now the round is crumbling once again for the SmokeCriminals. Flo continuing your dominant streak right now. The smoke is going to fade, though, and Benji just hanging out in the open.
Butte is in a good spot to find this easy peasy. Is he going to go for some trigger discipline and like try and find another kill over towards the left? I'd say at this point, just be happy with the kill you're given and get out of there because your teammate's nowhere near. He's already trying to save at the B bomb site. And yeah, one and done. Get on out of there. Would not be... Well, actually, Flo, despite having the great lead, is just taking a look at their money to see if they can go hunting. With the 3 players they have left, I wouldn't risk it. Their money is not the best right now. So SmokeCriminals definitely doing their damage, but they can't get rounds to fruition. Oh, come
Lost
on,
another player too. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the thing I was going to point out is that Flo, although they have an 8-0 lead, look at their money after this purchase. I mean, they're going to have virtually nothing left.
That last rifle drop hurt them so much. They still get out AKs and the full utility, but their money is easily resettable. Like, Dums could drop over, as could Hugo, but if somehow SmokeCriminals pull this one out with the 2 rifles they saved, 3 upgraded pistols, 2 sets of armor on Laney and Fearoth.
This could easily be a comeback, but SmokeCriminals really needs to either keep the pressure up or win a round right here.
Kill spotted out, damage done. Actually, kill finalized. Gonna have just 2 players left on site. Petite Scale smokes off halls, but no teaser postured up there. We're gonna bring Fearoth a little bit closer, try and double play over towards the short side. We're currently Zaydish moving forward. HE towards the backup pit, gonna destroy Petite Scale. Molotov there, so he can't even hide. They're not trying to push off the back of it.
Who finds a kill in the aggression towards Canada, and it clears up the mystery. And now it's all down to Petite Scale on the A side, where it seems to be the Flo is making their way on. Petite Scale able to find one, but gets traded out by Hugo. It's all down to Boo now, rotating through the library side. He does have weapon. He does have the utility. No hit, unfortunately, though, so that is going to play a factor. And he knows one player's on site. He just needs to figure out where the other player is.
This is still doable. We set up the storyline for it. He's got a gap to work with, but nobody's showing. As he comes out, he finds the first frag. Leaves just Zaydish alive in a 1v1. Upgraded weaponry, slightly more health as well. And as he throws the smoke, he backs up into it, then just edges forward. The shadow spotted. Zaydish finds the frag, continuing their undefeated streak. 9-0 here on T side of Inferno. Still money for SmokeCriminals to get right back into it, though. And, well, money, I mean, economy damage is done. So they're still in that predicament where they could surmount a comeback. maybe not surmount. They could make a comeback, try and get a 9-6 scoreline out of this. Easily could break Flow's economy.
Yeah, I mean, any round right here for SmokeCriminals is better than nothing. If this ends 12-3 or above, a 13-2 or 14-1, that's going to be the bad news bears. But SmokeCriminals now finally starting off on the right foot. 2 kills for Boo. This Florida V kill, the assist there. And now they're trying to escape out of these positions. They don't want to quite stay here.
But they have to now as that Molotov falls behind. They're going for what, a little cheeky boost. No, they can't even get it done. It's going to be Zaydish to find the frag there on towards View. It's giving them another little chance to pull this round back their way for the east side. They round the corner, spraying into the smoke. They have to, no, because they didn't get that boost up. They thought he was jumping on sandbags. They're going to leave him here. That is so awkward. They don't know he's here.
Hey, George.
He has an inkling. No. That's one more frag for Lane. He comes out swinging, finds a second, just leaves Benji alive. And Benji's going to answer back with a quick frag. 1 minute to work this round. The bomb's still in his hand. Well, close to his hands. He can go pick that up, and he will indeed. As the rest of the CTs on the map start closing that gap, one player down towards Mexico. And they're bringing Petite Skill all the way through Speedway.
Yeah, man, they not only do they need to win this round, but they need to make this as clean as possible. Because if they're on that double reset territory this late into the half after being down 9-0, that's really bad news. But I don't know if Zonka is going to be aware.
Tries to bait it out. V-Kill bites, and V-Kill bites hard. Takes his head right off, and finally, 1 round on the board. AK picked up. Op saved as well. Flow's money, as we were highlighting, not the best. So, I mean, this is where SmokeCriminals, they have to put their first foot forward, their best foot forward, and they have to avoid the reset, especially against an eco like this. There's just 4 CZs, 1 Mac 10 for Zaydish.
Absolutely. I mean, you win this round, you have yourself a free round to follow. So, I mean, that's already 3 rounds right there. A 9-6 or even a 10-5 at this point would be pretty good, all things considered. Counter utility coming out right here. Furious trying to hold it down. He finds himself 1 kill, but he's going to back off. He senses a little too much danger, and Pitsy, he's there to support that.
He chimes in, frag there, answered back. 2 more C's alive. They try and close this distance, planting in the smoke at the very least. Get them some extra Skrilla in the following round. Potentially pick up a weapon here. Oh, through the smoke. Hugo finds 1. Can't pick up a weapon, and that'll be Lane coming up from short side. 3 players staying alive. Back-to-back rounds for SmokeCriminals as they try and get themselves back in this.
I wonder if they buy off the bomb plan or not, because they have 2 players in buy territory, but 3 players aren't. I think
they got rounds to play with, but
yeah,
they don't seem to be.
Yeah, they're just going to go for the upgraded pistols, a little bit of light armor now that they have a little bit of a loss bonus. So they will have a nice hefty buy next round. That's not going to be a problem. But again, SmokeCriminals really need to work on making this round as clean as possible, as they want to avoid that reset at all costs.
Yeah, Rusty killed the chicken, invoked the wrath of Counter-Strike, was roasted down by the Molotov and the HE down to 5 HP. It's going to have Dums pushing through another Molotov up towards mid with the bomb in hand, separated from his teammates as they are still up towards Banana. He's going to bring it on back. They're rotating CTs, exchanging positions. It's going to have Lane hold down B, sending V-Kill back over towards A. Oh, and, well, perfectly timed. He brings an HE, finds himself a little Kobe.
Yeah, up until that kill, there was really no point of damage dealt. It's going to be Boo holding it down on the site. The other side is smoked off, but he's re-smoked off. But I don't know if they know that Boo's right here, and he's playing behind that pillar. He finds himself a nice, easy kill, and Hugo's position is compromised, so they know he's pretty much pincered in this position. He's going to play around the smoke, using that to his advantage for now.
Eagle and Dream information gathered as he sees that Molotov thrown. There's another player coming up across. They're chasing him down. They're putting him in the ground. 3 in a row now before Flow will get that buy out here. Round number 13, still leading 9-3. They only have AKs to work with now.
Right, not bad. Not bad. Can we get a 9-6 here? The money's finally good for SmokeCriminals, at least.
Yeah, even a loss bonus on this round would still get them a decent buy. Petite Pit be dropped over from Fear Off, but they even have money to do that. Looks like an A hit early on here. At least to make some noise. No aggressive positioning held, but a little keep Petite scale in towards Halls. Announces his position as well as the T start pushing right on into it, up the back of it. Fear Off got damaged heavily somewhere. Oh, that was like a late long ball HE. Takes on to 45 HP, but fortunately for the CT side of SmokeCriminals, he's not here on the A side.
And they're running a triple core setup. I mean, this is a direct counter to what's happening right now for the Flow side. This should work out in their favor, at least if they can find the kills. But Hugo and Zonka able to come out to halls and find themselves kills. Laney finds himself a trade, but it gets flanked from Dums. And it's all down to Fearoth, the individual B player. He has to clutch this out for his team. He has the money. He has the kit. He has the utility. But unfortunately, he's still down to 45 HP from that long ball nade earlier.
Figure out so many angles to check as well. Has that smoke that might help him, but he wants to swap over to the M4. He would have made noise, so he's just got to go in. Deagle in a dream. Op out now. Oh, a little bit of information. That Molotov gives something away. So Firath going to just tick on down the timer. Another Molotov. Now he knows exactly where they have to be. Tries to find it through the wall, but it's going to be Dumbs to answer back. Put Flow into double digits now. 10-3. Fortunately for SmokeCriminals, as we highlighted earlier on, it's almost like we casters cursed it. They do have money to buy up. They even get the op back out on Firath. M4s for the rest of the team. Oh no, Petite Scale is going to go for the MP9 to get out more utility. Taking that hit. Also have 2 kits on Firath and Boo. As for Flow, despite winning the round, not too good for them either. Only 2 AKs, 2 SMGs, but is Benji with the op-out still.
Yeah, important round for both of these teams right here. If Flow if Flow could win out this half, they've pretty much secured the win unless they have an abysmal CT side. I don't foresee that though, considering I've seen them play before and they look pretty fundamental. Viroth, once again, he's a solo whopper. His support is coming in from V Kill, but gonna be a slow round for the meantime while Flow is pretty much just waiting out the time, waiting for the right time to set up their execute. It should be a... Oh, the crosshair on Fear.
I know. Only finds one. Only. I mean, that's still damn good, but it looked like he could have got the collat on 2 different occasions there with the X-ray, misleading us casters and viewers, as it always does, giving us that hope. The craziest plays. For now, though, they should be happy with the man advantage. Split the CTs across the map as Flow have a minute to work out where they want to take this in the end.
Yeah, SmokeCriminals are not in a single position to find any information on the map right now. They have no idea what Flow is up to. They have an inkling that it could be B. That's why that player is in spawn playing fast rotate. But it seems like Flow is setting up for a B split through CT spawn. Eleni's holding it down. He's taking down George Kush. It's now Hugo, the only player left on the lurk position there. But yeah, SmokeCriminals now know exactly what's going on right here. They know who the last 2 players are. Hugo gets cleared out mid, and now they have a pretty good idea the last 2 players are towards this banana side.
22 seconds left to get this bomb down against 5 players. They just got the round. This will be the reset. Fearith finds the frag. Benji answers back with a consolatory kill, but it's only going to be a silver lining as they are shut down. Money broken. They're in 15th round. I mean, Dumps is on 5K, so they can get out the op again, or I don't even know what you want to do with that kind of Skrilla. Just an AK. Utility across the board for Dums. Deagle's out. CZ for Zadish.
Is that his name, Zadish?
Scoreline. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's a Swedish J, so it's XAJDISH. But I think since the J comes before a consonant, it's actually a Y. It's. I'm sorry, Swedes. You know we try.
Hey, if you guys know how to pronounce it better than we do, please do correct us.
Yeah, please every single time help us out.
But for the meantime, Boo's being the SmokeCriminal, living up to the name. I just heard him on the other side of that. It's going to be nice, easy pickings, and he's cleared off all the pressure towards the banana side. So now SmokeCriminals can maintain their superior defense here. 4 players on the A defense, 3 towards lane and halls, and 1 holding down the CT spawn side.
Oh, that aggressive posturing from Firath. I love it. And they're just around the corner to punish it, but they're going to slow it down as it's still Laney over towards Arch side. Who's going to be backed off on 14 HP, holding that as a tight angle. Flow trying to emulate the SmokeCriminals, pushing through the smoke, and they're going to smoke off Library to bring him back around towards Arch, but now he holds from Library position, spots the first one, puts him down before he's traded out immediately. That's going to bring that second op from Firath back on over, and what they kill just got tagged through the wall.
The action time, that's a hard shot to hit.
Yeah.
4 versus 3. Only Boo's alive here on the B side. I mean, he's going to have a heroic player to get at least 1 kill here to make this round possible for his team. He has all the information. He has himself 1 kill. A missed shot from, I mean, not missed shot, but it's not quite fatal. But the flank comes in from Dums, and it's going to be the 2 versus 3. Triple man on the flank, coming up fast.
Dums tried to meet him halfway, and he was met with a hail of bullets. He's put down. Zadish swaps off the bomb plant for a split second, goes for the commit because he pretty much had to at that point. That'll be Petite Skill finding the last frag there of the round. 10-5, not too bad in the end. It was what, an 8-0 for a while?
Yeah.
9-0?
9-0.
Damn. So good bringing it back. They get the pistol around here, bring it to maybe a 7-10 before the buy comes out. It could be even more if Float want to start doing those weird second round, third round buys. They seem like they've got a level head on them, and for now, they're just going to get 4 sets of armor, double flashes for Hugo and the Kid.
Yeah, 4 men headed towards the B site though for the smoke or for the flow side, excuse me. They're looking to go aggressive, looking to gain control. Not only that, but they have that player in alt mid spotting through the windows. I mean, they have information flowing from every single side. Laney trying to hold it down. It gets overwhelmed. Now the hit should unfold here towards the A site. They go.
Bit of an awkward round. Zay just finds one from Mexico as Fira takes a cheeky little peek that direction. And the T's are still pushing back from mid because they got players on either side because they're still sandwiched in from the one player, one CT who's still here. Hugo lets him pass. Easy kill. Bomb drop. It's just Petit left alone in the 1v3. And it's not going to happen. Flow extend their lead 11-5. 2 for 2 on the pistols.
That was so scrappy from both of these teams. Just brawling it out towards middle and alt mid. Crazy to watch. 11-5. Nice, very important round for Flow to try to close off this match early. And SmokeCriminals now suffering. They're actually going to stick to the meta though. They're only going to get upgraded pistols on 2 players. The rest of the players are just Glocks. No armor, no utility for anyone on the SmokeCriminals side. So it should be a nice clean cut round for Flow here.
Passive angles for the time being, hoping that Flow just gives them something, but nothing quite yet. Dumbs does take a peek over through window, only tagged it for 3 damage as he chucks a Molotov down towards Fear on the other side of T-Halls. Time will just tick on down, and actually with all the footsteps they hear, Flow starting to push players down. Banana. Beautiful shot onto Benji there. Just the deagle to work with. Finds the first foot forward, but still so many more to find. And the SMG is just left here on the CT side of Flow to start building up that cash rush. He's going to push forward, catches them looking the wrong way, and he finds himself one as they swing on him. 1-2 more go his way, just leaving Boo and Fearoth very low HP. 10-6, make that nil for Fearoth as he's dropped on down. As Boo tries to line up the shot, but nothing doing. Rusty finds the 5th, another ace here on the board.
Second.
Yeah, on Inferno to boot.
Not bad. B5's kept in the hands of Flow. I think they're just going to go for this, like, sort of bonus round right here. Just keep their weapons, not really heavily invest in this round. Going to be SMGs on most of the players. Rusty will drop that MP5. They'll pick up an M4, and that will be the only rifle they have. But they do have a boatload of utility here.
Gonna use some early on. It looks like they line up some Molotovs. But the D's, they're wary of that. Not even setting a foot in Banana, just calmly waiting for it to expire at the base of ramp.
Yeah, slow run here from SmokeCriminals. I assume they're aware that fact that Flow has multiple SMGs. That's why they're just waiting out to see if there's any aggression coming out here from Flow. Now the mid control is coming out here from SmokeCriminals.
Zonka just lurking in the smoke, pushing through over towards brackets. There's another smoke for him to work around, and actually he's going to pass them by face to face. Fearoth bumps into him, and now he has to know. What is going on? Benji goes down in the end. Does a little bit of damage to Fearoth as it just leaves 2 players alone on the site. Dom is holding from pit. Rusty, smoke in hand to thwart off the push from Halls, but he opts not to do it. And they're going to bring a 3rd player around at the 45-second mark.
Yeah, they're going to transition onto the A side very quickly here. The utility's coming out. Dom is trying to hold on as long as possible. Rusty's playing around the default box. And the kills are raining in. Shot for shot they go. Boo finally follows it up with a 2nd. And now the advantage is SmokeCriminals as they have successfully opened up the A site. And it's all just George Cush himself.
You know, I was thinking he might go for that with the damage done. Just the MP9 to lose. They can get the full buy in the next round. Actually, with the lost ones, no, they can't. No,
they cannot, yeah.
It's been quite costly for them. The SMGs are not. They were looking to build up their bank in this round, and it has completely backfired.
I think if you can find an exit kill, that might reduce the economy here for Smoke. And if you can find an AK upgrade, hey, very good.
Take those.
Yeah.
Checking over towards Arches. No one exiting this way, so he will not be gifted anything. He will be keeping his MP9 for the following round. The lightest of weaponry can be bought on behind it. Gonna go and try and find himself an AK, something, anything, nothing doing. No kill, no upgrade. 1 more round on the board for SmokeCriminals as they start to close this gap. 6-12, they are trailing.
Yeah, there's gonna be an important round here for Smoke Criminals. It'd be an easy, clean-cut round if they can make us. They can keep 4 players alive at the very least, that will maybe... Not maybe, it'll definitely stabilize their economy, so that will take them away from that reset territory and maybe allow this comeback to be more possible. Flow, just on the MP9 saved in the hands of Zadish, I believe.
Correct. Dumb's out with the first HE. Barely going to do an inkling of damage across 3 of those players. To start moving up Banana. They'll be rushing towards 3 CTs on that B-bomb site. Little boost coming up towards that box position. Smoked off on cross. Hugo puts himself on towards site. The bomb will be collected, and we'll see where SmokeCriminals want to take it.
Yeah, I think Flo is getting a pretty good idea this is going to end B, and this actually could be very dangerous for the SmokeCriminals side, but the execute is coming out now, and the action is soon to follow.
1 player boosted up. Dom is put down immediately, though. Only 1 player left on site momentarily. And cross, Hugo's in the 1 and done position, and done indeed he is. Just the sole kill so far, and well, Sage left alive with that exact same utility and weapon he had in the previous round. Might even be found out by Boo, who's currently over towards Boiler. And now he's been heard, pops out. No save today. 4 players stay alive for SmokeCriminals, and Flo will be back on the bye in the following.
7.
Not even the best.
12. This is a horrible purchase here. Nah, horrible is a bit of a hard statement, but not an ideal purchase here for Flo. I mean, they're down to, I think, what, 2 rifles that I saw? 3 rifles, 2 umps. You have the utility, they have the kits at least. That's definitely going to make things a little bit better in the end round. They're up against 5 AKs and full utility.
They're starting to work their way up Banana. Only 2 players from the CT side here and now. Rusty just avoids the HE damage. Trades back some Molotovs. Actually pushes through the Molotovs. The UMP is going to get the kill. He's going to want to try and grab that AK-47. Smokes it off. Tries to find it with the E button, but he's going to just take the time. Reload the UMP. And there we go. Finally grabs it. The
Nice
man
upgrade.
advantage. Upgrade weaponry indeed, especially as that was one of the 2 SMGs in the round for the CTs.
He's only taken 13 points of damage for a free kill and information, but now they know there's at least 2 more players towards the Banana side. Things will slow down here while the utility from Flow is exerted. This is going to control the pace here for SmokeCriminals a little bit, and now they have to fall back to get some sort of pressure on the A side, otherwise they'll be up against the stack on the B side.
All right, Benji about to find somebody in the smoke on the other side of it. Boo is just making some noise while the rest of his team makes his way over towards B. He's going to get that frag. That's going to leave Flo a little confused, cut off the rotate as well.
Wow, what a shot from Petit to open up that B site. There's still 1 player baiting and hiding, though, towards the dark area. I don't know if they even check for that, but this could be deadly here.
Check. Oh, the quick check. It's going to leave at least Firat dead. Petit falls up that kill. Just leaves 2 more players alive for Flo, who on CT side are looking like a shadow of their former selves. They're still coming up Banana. They still want to fight this. The full loss bonus is not quite there yet, so it's going to be really risky if they want to go for this. They had rounds to play with, but they're going to opt not to.
It's a smart decision. No need. You still have the round advantage. No need to force that whatsoever there. Keep these guns, bring it into the next round. I think they're on the 4-round loss bonus now, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not 3 round.
Right, okay.
This will be the 3rd. I mean, is Panorama bugged again? This looks wrong. Either way, according to Panorama, 3-round loss bonus.
Yeah, this is going to the 3rd. Sorry, yeah.
We're just waiting for it to take over. I'm not doing math on stream again. Let's see, with the 2 players keeping those weapons alive. I mean, you could toy around this. I don't think they're going to, though.
I think they maybe just get upgraded pistols at most here. Just work around these M4s. Hope for the best.
The op finally comes out for Firat on that T side. See the spawn for it. He does have the fastest spawn for it. Let's see if he gets gifted a kill. Anyone on the cross? Nah, no one's even risking it. Going all the way around the A site. All right, Zadish is going aggressive, though. And I think they might have somebody in place to keep it. Oh, bait kill. No, running around the corner. Nearly takes his head right off. But it will be traded back immediately. 1 more player towards that boiler position. Going to get the frag right back their way. Flow, downgraded weaponry or not, only the 2 saved rifles. Starting to get them some action now with man advantage.
I mean, they picked up 2 extra rifles off that. That's great. Dums is in a very forward position. If he falls right here, that could be problematic.
Oh my god, he almost got the both of them.
Yeah, he did. That was so close. There's still a player towards the B side. It's Hugo just hanging out inside, hiding, waiting for the commitment to happen. But SmokeCriminals just down to 2 players right now. And it would be a very unfortunate round for SmokeCriminals to drop right here. This is a round that was, I mean, mostly favoring them.
Hugo could still, well, not still, but if only he had been in a slightly different position, could have tried to rotate around, exchange positions with Benji, who's now coming around the corner. Would love to have an upgraded weapon, but still, he's usually good for a one-and-done position. But as I say that, he might not even see anybody this round, as the T is rotating back down Banana over towards that A bomb site, where currently it's just Rusty alone in pit.
And he's in a great position. They do have the Molotov to push him off, though, so if they will use it in that extent. But the smokes are out now. It's going to block off Moto. There it is. Yeah, this Molotov will push off that angle. And he gets traded off on site. It's a 1 versus 2. But this actually buys an opportunity here for Petit to win this, because now that he can reposition.
Early flashbang out. Gives away the position of one of these guys. But yeah, like you said, long rotate. They do have a kit there onto Benji. Petit's Skell changing up his position.
Man, I'm really surprised he opted to stay in sight. This is going to get super confusing for him. Here's one player on his left, but you have to find that. Oh, it looks away the worst possible timing. And it is going to be.
It comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, it's timing in that exact moment. But had he pushed one of the sides, he would have had more information and been more ready for either of these sides, right? But opted to stay in the middle, kind of leaves both sides blind, pretty much, to say the least. But it's going to be 13-8. A round that SmokeCriminals should have went in their favor, at least, is now flows, and it's 13-8. The money's brought back into their hands, and now they have a very healthy buy here.
Most standard buy we've actually had for both of these teams in the second half. Both teams on the app, both teams full rifles, full utility or close to it. And it's going to be traded over through Banana as Del starts pushing forward. Spots one, just stalling out. Thought it was going to be safe. There's 3 CTs marching their way down Banana. Now they're just going to leave Dumps here as 2 of them rotate back over towards A. And SmokeCriminals, they barely got 1 man up towards Halls. The rest of them are towards ramp, towards alt mid. And as Boo dips a foot into the fire, I don't think Benji was close enough to hear that. So he will go unnoticed for the time being.
Just keeping Banana in check for the meantime. He knows where Dums is because he saw the trajectory of the smoke. But SmokeCriminals right now, they're forcing that our side. They're making their way in. They're gaining space.
Good stuff from Rusty. Baits it out for Hugo to swing. Finds the second kill. And now on the short side, it's going to be one for Zadish. Wow. Another one for him as well. Doubling on down. Clean round. Flow have seemed to find their flow. They seem like they're right back into it. This is the team we saw on the T side. They were vacant the entire time up until now.
Yeah, that was actually so beautiful to watch for Flow. I mean, just one by one, perfectly timed, perfect contact points. As soon as the player in spawn contacted the peek off Moto, as soon as that person contacted the person flanked truck side, it was just beautiful to watch. Very well played. They've rewarded themselves with a favorable round right here, as the economy for SmokeCriminals is not that good. But man, that triple nade down middle, that's actually beautiful. Smoked that out, nade through it. Out of their HPs now, they got melted. V kill down to 18, Boo down to 51. Flow is in the driver's seat right now. They can make their way up the match point here.
And SmokeCriminals, they did invest into 2 of those hero AKs, but then the HP is just destroyed. Only Petit's still on 100. They do have money to get the full buy in the following round. 2 of those players had been built on up, so they can still try and do some damage. Don't count them out quite yet. The problem is no utility to get on site. They got to go in dry. And now they might have to go through a Molotov if Hugo throws that down, which he is going to do, but it doesn't even matter because Rusty can clean them up. Hugo takes a bit of damage. Rusty goes down. So the second kill goes his way. There's Boo and Petit, half HP, AKs in both their hand. The flashbang warding them off. They take the peek off it. Hugo's going to find 2 for himself at the tail end of the round, putting Flow up on a match point for the Swedes.
Yeah, the money right here for SmokeCriminals is stabilized at the very least, but they have 7 rounds to bring this into OT. That's a tough task ahead of them right here. And
we've seen 2 OTs already. Why not a third?
7 rounds in a row, though?
How much was it in the previous map? They marched that one back. I don't think it was quite as much as 7, though.
7 is rough. That's a lot of rounds. Yeah. See what happens, though. Zonka's already going down the middle. Fearoth finds himself an early kill towards the halls. That's great. That's a great find.
Through, like, 2 walls. Just unlucky there for Dums.
A play here from Flow. You're a man down. You have a player playing aggressive towards the mid side. Look like he wants to come in through the boiler and try to find that pick, but
this one should be giving it to Vico. There's no way Benji gets this frag. Well, he has every opportunity. Nobody takes any damage in that exchange, and he's going to backpedal himself onto that A site into the waiting arms of his comrades. As Rusty thinks about going up towards Halls, which might be a good read because Boo is about to come on out at the minute 5 mark. The bomb's marching its way up mid. Boo biding his time, waiting for the utility to come forward. There it is. V-Kill finds the first frag. They know the players in pit as that flashbang came out at the top, but Zadish still finds himself one frag before Rusty falls. Zadish is now down. It's all up to Hugo to 1v4, and I don't see him even going for this money or in the bank or not.
Yeah, no, he's definitely gonna save that. He's so far removed from this. That's a nice round from SmokeCriminals, just one by one finding themselves the space. Go on the save. Luckily for Flo, though, they have a bank reserve here, especially if they can hold on to this AK. Oh, do you not spot the head? There it is.
He did now.
Now he does, yeah.
Just 3 players alive so far, and keep in mind, SmokeCriminals, they need every little bit of weaponry they have, as they have no cash in the bank. They put everything in it as it was backs against the wall. Flo still on match point. They needed 7 rounds, now they just need 6. We've seen 2 in overtime so far. SmokeCriminals want to see a third.
The money's just so strong for Flo right now. I think they can...
They double up.
Yeah, they double up. I was going to say, if they didn't double up, they could maybe buy one more time. Would have been super difficult for SmokeCriminals to deal with, but no, luckily the money has been mostly fully invested here. Just Hugo now sitting at a pretty hefty amount of 59. 6 more attempts for Flo to win it in regulation.
Firoth took a really quick eke down mid, super aggressive, and he nearly caught Benji off guard, who just ninja'd himself around. A little bit of a Foon action, as the ops will not find any early shots off so far. Boo's moving through the flames. That's definitely hurt. And they're going to send Rusty in to check that out. Just banking on HE off the side. Oh, a little awkward. Doesn't find any damage, though.
Slowly inching. Oh. They've ran this booth. They're just slowly creeping to the angles that are desired for Dumbs right here.
Oh, they got 2 players falling back from the CT side of B as they march up Laney. Bombs at his backside, but they still got a minute to work with. Oh my god. Laney felt the air rush by him as that op shot rang out through the wall. That one was nearly gifted to Dumbs. They're going to change positions. Hugo puts himself on site, and well, it's over towards A. We need to look at regardless. It's currently Benji about to be challenged. Misses the first shot. 2 of his teammates behind him trying to thwart off that push from Boo. He finds the second, but Patika puts him down.
But George Kush from the pit area finds himself one with the help of Dumbs, who finds himself another. That's a man advantage for Flo as he looked to finally close off this game, but Firoth is coming from above. I'm not quite sure if he's able to survive this. No, he's not. Firoth hunts him down. Hugo and Dumbs, the last 2 players alive. They need to retake this. But Petit Skell finds himself Hugo. It's all down to Dumbs now. 1 versus 2.
Angles himself in, has a good idea of where Firoth was. He could have moved back from pit. Could have played so many different angles, and Firoth just playing this so patiently. Dumbs just wants to be gifted a kill. He has no kit. There might have been one on site. And there's the first opportunity, but he misses it. Now it's exactly where they know. Petit's going to close the gap, pushing a little bit closer. Firoth looks like he wants to take the fight too, and Dumbs is just out of here. Done and dusted. He's giving up the round. They've got 5 more to play with. The SmokeCriminals get 2 in a row.
Yeah, this round, this is 100% over. But second round they lose. He actually might be able to squeeze out a bye here. Dumb's can probably drop one. Yeah, okay, I am doing the math correctly. Man, yeah, now I have myself second guessed here. Yeah, I think they can potentially force. I don't know if they will, considering they have still a 5-round lead. They could if they really wanted to.
And they do. They go for the double op of all things. They can get out, what, 1 M4?
Oh, no, they're balancing out the money.
Oh, so they get the full. That is such. It's strange buy. This is weird. Double op. They can still get that buyout in the next round. Upgraded pistols across the board for the rest of the crew. Only Zadish on the armor for that set. Hugo's going glass cannon on the op.
The only reason I like this is because I really don't believe SmokeCriminals will expect a double op setup.
Ooh, Hugo. No. We can at least juggle that over to the second player on site. Rusty is a capable opper indeed.
He's gonna play the headshot angle for now. Thumbs, the second op has arrived at the B site. The execute is coming in though. And they hold this back is the real question here.
Pushing through. Hugo eliminated Rusty in the one and done position. Behind that first box, and he finds one. Done indeed. Last player alive on site is going to fall back with the op in hand. Actually takes a little bit of damage on his way out. Tries for the bangerang through the glass wall. Not going to happen. It'll be 3 versus 4 for the retake if they want to try. And they're just trying to get that op out. That's their sole purpose right here. And take a look at Boo. He's in the perfect spot. Spots one going away. And he knows he heard footsteps from Dumbs back through CT spawn.
Oh, this is so awkward here. Yeah, Boo has him 100% locked down. He's not going to let him escape. There it is. That's the op gone down. That's pretty much most of their investment now dropped.
Oh, Petite's going to get put down and give away an AK at the very least. Benji was still on site towards ruins. Nearly took Laney down. His surviv's on 3 HP. That'll be one more round. How many in a row? 3 in a row. They needed 7. Just so little more. But Flo will have something to work with in the next round, including this saved AK-47.
I'm sensing the 16-14 here. Gonna go all the way up to 14, and they're gonna lose that last round. That's my prediction. Thoughts?
My stomach would love to see a 16-11 right now. I can taste the sandwich I'm gonna make right now. So hungry because we had no break between these matches. Had to jump right on into it. Just the curse of a caster sometime goes against us, but now pretty much a full buy versus full buy. Flo a little worse for the utility as Dom starts to position himself forward. He'll be flushed out by that Molotov. It seemed like he should have, but no, it did not go deep enough. My bad.
All right, here we go. Slow round coming out right here from Flo. I mean, Flo is contesting Banana at least with the op on hands of Dumbs. He's going to get smoked off, so now he's lost vision in the meantime. But it seems like...
Zadish.
Yeah, they're setting up for a Halsey, and he's coming in with the AK. Almost able to find a kill, but not quite able to find it. Now it's going to be a disaster here for Flo as the defense is crumbling. Rusty tries to recover, not quite able to find it. Or you go with a little bit of an overzealous push right there. And it's all down to Dumbs once again with it op. Probably going to save it.
They had so much damage done from that peek from Zadish. Couldn't get a single kill. Like if you just killed the first player who was like only half blind, like so many ways that could have gone their way. In the end, it'll be Dumbs getting one more consolatory kill, but one more round up on the board for SmokeCriminals, taking this 12-15, and Dumbs is just annihilating them now. Where are these actions early on in the round, my man?
There's no pressure once you're saving your weapon.
Exactly. Fair. Those last 2 players will likely be trying to save their weapons. Economy is not running away with it quite yet, so actually, Laney, if we could go try him for this, they could have the full buy after this regardless.
Yeah, I mean, Laney's in full sprint. They're actively hunting for him. Oh,
that was awkward.
That was
didn't get spotted out. Yeah, 15-12 now.
Should be a half purchase coming out here from Flo. And 4 comes out in the hands of Hugo. I believe he's just equalizing his money. The rest of the players will be on pistols and upgraded armor, except Zonka, who I believe will be saving for the second op.
No cheeky plays so far. Just Benji tucking himself up towards window with that CZ. Hasn't aggressed on it fully quite yet. Dumbs the op alone over towards B, but might be joined sometime soon as we did have a player moving in towards Speedway. And now spraying through the plywood. Dumbs will find the first. Backs away with his life.
He's actually going to continue pressing forward. This is so risky by him right now. He's going to have a missed shot, and there it is. Laney finds the equalizer, and now they seem like they want to commit off that. Are they committing off that? Now they're just applying some pressure, but Zonka finds a kill onto Boo on the alt mid side. Now they forced to commit to the B site.
This is an awkward round to lose if it's going to go their way. Rusty finds the headshot there on Laney. That just leaves V-Kill and Petite Skill alive. A minute to work with one more player coming from the backside. One more kill for the T's, though, as they even things out. Now they go for the bomb play. They don't try and bait anything. They got Zadish behind the smoke, and now that's only him alive as Benji does go down. Petite Skill, one bullet kill, and just needs the deal headshot, but it's not going to happen. V-Kill keeps them going. 5 rounds in a row now. Just 2 more to bring us to overtime.
Tap it in. Just give it a little tappy.
All right, they do get the double op, regardless of losing every single player in that round. 3 and 4s as well. Got a full buy going again for SmokeCriminals. V-Kill's going to put himself up in towards window. Faster play in the previous rounds, as they must know what they're up against. There's 4 players stacked up for Flo on the A-bomb site, which is going to be difficult as Dumbs has just dropped on down. And there's been a solo hold on that site for quite a few rounds. just fast rotation. Sometimes Hugo's been over there as well. The T's, they're just going to hope that they over-rotate and they keep 3 players up towards halls.
5 versus 4 right here. Float trying to hold on as much as they can, but it's not that much possible for them. It's only 1 player left on site. Seems like he's about to crumble right here as he's being wrapped from pretty much every single direction.
Gonna try and bring the fight to him, flashes himself out, spots nothing, loses his teammate 1v5 and 1 and dies. 14-15 now. We are going to overtime. Or Strong Legs is right in 16-14.
Yeah, give me 1 second.
All right. They're going to get themselves up 2 MP9s. A UMP comes out for Benji. CZ there for Dumbs and the Deagle for Hugo. They split up stock standard, no trick plays, and fast utility from both sides. They're thinking about it on the CT side either way. Hugo and Rusty have nades on out. They want to soften up those T's, and that they will. They bring Laney down to 57. The second one falls on in, roasting in the flames. He swings out, and he'll be put right on down into the dirt. In fact, they're roasting Osfiroth down, and it is just Petite Skell left alive in a 1v2 on site. They lose the second player as well. It's V-Kill here. What is going on? 2 versus 5, and against one of the shakiest buys that Flow have had. It might just be 16-14.
Yeah, it's as predicted.
Yeah. I mean, it's strange to happen this round. I mean, they were rocking 2 MP9s, 1 and 4, 2 pistols, and suddenly back against the wall. They've run 6 in a row. I even predicted the OT, but it's not done and dusted yet. They don't have much silver linings going from them except for the downgraded weaponry of Flow. Only damage done towards Hugo. 50 seconds left to get it.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much funneled into the B side. They have really no escape from the positions that they're in right now. V-Kill, Petite Skell. They need to make this work. They need to make every shot count right here, because if one missed opportunity, that might be the end of that. Now, they have the right utility, but Hugo comes out at the perfect time, and Rusty follows it up, and that is the end of the match. 16-14, as predicted by my instincts. Yes.
Clearly the wiser of the casters here.
GG. That was an insane game. Not only an insane game between these two guys, but I mean, it's been an insane matches, all 4.
Very good series of matches today. And it looked a little one-sided. We kept saying time and time again that these matches were like not blowouts, and it seemed like it was going to be. It was 9-0 at one point and 16-14 to end it on.